back to our building a database example using EasyGui. Next on the menu we are going to be looking at how to actually do these next two buttons. So viewing all your customers, so if you click on view customers it comes up with your product records. I've put some actual customers in my database now, and then we press OK. It's tiny text, but for the time being we're just focused on getting it so we can view the records. So being able to read that text file and viewing records, we're going to look at that first of all, and then creating an exit prompt like this which confirms our exit, and if we press no it kicks us back into the main menu, and if we press yes it quits the program for us. Okay, so that's what we're doing now. So we're going to start off by in our code from the last video tutorial. Once again you can get all this from the GitHub if you don't have it, but if you've been coding along you should have it as we go. So what we're going to do first of all, we're going to define view customer, and we're going to look at actually opening the customer file that we've actually created. So file equals open, and this customers.txt, this is what we're going to be opening. So we're going to do customers.txt, and we're going to open it in read mode because we don't want to be able to edit anything that's in there. So we're going to open that as read mode. Now the information, we are actually going to read that, so product data equals file.read. That's why I've written product. Let's say customer data, if that makes sense. Customer data equals file.read, and then what we're going to do is we're going to use the code box function, which is part of EasyGui. So code box is what we're going to use to actually draw all of the information to the screen. So code box, again, it takes the first thing is a bit of text which appears. So product, oh, I said product again, customer records. So that's the first thing. The next argument is the title, again in the grey bar at the top here. So customer data will be fine. And then the last thing we want is actually the information to output. So customer data. So it will read it all basically as the plain text with the commas in and things like that. Just to get it being displayed, we'll start with kind of displaying it this way just so we can see what we've put in there. So once we've done that, we are going to close the file because it's no good having a load of open files, and then we are going to once basically from here it will wait until we click on something. So the only button will be OK, and once we click OK we'll just go straight into our main menu. Okay, so the code box will basically wait. When something gets returned into the code box it will close the file and then go into the main menu. So if we actually have a look at this working now, so in order to test this we want to go to our main menu, change this second button here to view customer, that's the name of our new function, and then we can run it now, and this should bring up our password again. So from here, if we now go view customers, so I got a little bit ahead of myself when I was actually writing this elif statement. You guys probably realised, but I needed to write choice here as well. And this view customer should say view customers, so it matches up with this bit here. So now if we run it, just to mention as well, you do need the text file in the database folder. So if you haven't added a customer, make sure you add a customer before trying to view the customers. If you view the customers when there's nothing in there, the text file won't be there and it will crash, as I have found out a number of times. So view customers, and there they are, there's my customer records. So next thing from here, so if I press OK it should take me back to the main menu, and then I exited. So that's viewing the customers. What we're going to do now is we are going to put a exit check or a quit check on here to see whether or not the user really did want to quit when they pressed quit. So we're going to define a new function. I'm going to call it exit check, and in there is going to be a yes no box. So exit choice equals yn box. So this function, EasyGui function, will just return true or false depending on what the user's clicked basically. If they yes, it's going to be true, false, it's going to be is going to be no. Okay, so it only takes a couple of arguments. So just the instructions. So are you sure you want to quit? And then just our like title, so something like quit checker. And then that is more or less it. So if the exit choice returned is true, that means that they did want to quit, and in that case we're going to exit. So for anything else which isn't true is going to be false, we'll call the main menu again. Okay, so if they don't click on OK, it means they've clicked the other button, that will return false, then that will call up the main menu for us. What we want to do now, just before we run this, is exit check in our main menu, get rid of this print exit, and we're going to put the exit check function that we've just made in there instead. And this can be used, this is quite a good one to have because we can reuse this, this checker for a number of different things as we go. So here we go. So just check my view customer still works, there they all are. And then if I hit exit, it's going to ask me, do I want to quit? I'm going to go no. So it brings you back to the main menu and go exit again. Are you sure you want to quit? Yes. Python tells me it's going to exit, and that's it. So those are the first sort of opening bits of actually designing the database. What we're going to be looking at next is adding in some validation and running some queries so we can actually return some information from our very sort of bare bones database at the moment. Okay, so if you check back, we will have some more videos in this series coming up shortly. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you got your database running.